guys, so I only started up this channel about a week ago, but already I've had loads and loads of people ask me how I do my liquid eyeliner. For those of you who don't know, I always do thick black eyeliner with a wing out of each side, and loads of people say it's on point. It's not always on point. There are loads of times where it's really uneven, even in videos. I'm not really that good at doing it, but so many people asked how I do it, I figured I would at least try and do a tutorial. Never really done a tutorial, so this could be fun. So I guess before I jump into things, I should show you guys which eyeliner I use. It's usually one of these two. This is the liquid eyeliner by Barry M. This is like £4.79, I think, and this is the 17 High Drama, which you can get in Boots. And I prefer this one. I would honestly say, out of every eyeliner I've ever tried in my life, that includes the felt tip ones, the gel ones, the pencil ones, this one, this 17 one, is my all-time favourite. The brush is great, the liquid stays on, it's just, you know, I find it really easy to apply now. So if you have a Boots near you, then look it up. I will put a link in the description to both of these, but that one. As I said, I have tried loads of different types of eyeliner. I would say if you're starting out, use a pencil eyeliner. Go for like a cheap Barry M pencil, they're pretty good. I've never got on with the gel eyeliners. I find them extremely difficult to use. So I just jumped straight from pencil eyeliner into liquid eyeliner. So when I was younger, I used to put on the pencil eyeliner and then spend ages trying to do a little flick, and then when I got that right, I would go over it in liquid eyeliner, and slowly I just got used to using this. So I guess that's like a top tip. I don't know. I have a feeling my top tips aren't really that tip top. You know? Ooh, see what I did? Oh, just quickly, if you do use pencil eyeliner, make sure that not only is the top sharpened so you get a nice point, but also that the tip is warm. You don't want a cold pencil because it will just scratch your eyelid and it hurts. You need to make the pencil kind of like melt as you're drawing it on. So like maybe just hold it between your hands for like 10 to 20 seconds before, you know, before using it, or put it in a really warm place and just, yeah. Okay, so where do I start with this? Okay, so basically, the liquid eyeliner goes on after you've done your foundation and your concealer, and after you've done the eyeshadow, but before you do your mascara. If you try and put on eyeliner after you've done your mascara, you're sort of going sort of in between the lashes, and it's just difficult. So put on your eyeshadow first, all the primer and stuff if you use primer, do your eyebrows, and then you do your eyeliner, and then after that, once you're happy with that, you can either fill it in with pencil, like underneath, which I don't do, and then just mascara. Now for the fun part, okay, so the thing is with this, sorry, just zooming in a little bit, the thing is with this, it is probably going to go wrong for you if you don't know how to do it. Because it still goes wrong for me, like all the freaking time. Like the amount of times I apply and reapply and have to take it off and put it back on, the amount of times I do it before a video is unreal. So don't feel like, you know, oh, why can everyone else do it first time? I guarantee you they can't. And if they can, they're a witch and they should burn. Okay, so as you can see, no mascara, got my eyeshadow on, it's all done. So the first thing you want to do with this, take it out. The tip, get it? Wipe the tip off, so wipe off the excess liquid from the tip. You want it loaded, but you don't want it dripping off because then it will just flick if you blink. Make sure there's no fibres on the end of the tip. There is on mine, so just pull them off. If you need to, you can cut them off, but try and avoid cutting these because then you won't have a fine point. For the first part, it's not that important that you have the tip loaded, just the edges, because what we're going to do is we're going to go from the outside in and then the inside out, and then we do the flick. Okay, so I'm not a magic beauty guru. I commit one of the biggest sins there is, and that is I pull on the skin. Okay, I pull on the skin as I do my eyeliner. This is because it creates a flat line like that, and you can just draw across that, and then the liquid eyeliner will just follow the curve of your eye, and that's what we want. If you try and do it like this, yes, you'll save yourself some wrinkles maybe, but guess what? We're all going to get wrinkles, and it's just finicky, and it takes a long time. Okay, so we're going to start. This is sexy, isn't it? We're going to start from this little, just there. So we pull the eye like so, and then we simply just keep going back and forth, back and forth. Stay as close to your lash line as you can. With these, you do need to apply quite a bit of pressure, and that's actually why I like these. Some of them you don't need to apply any pressure at all and the tip just bends. I hate those. I like being able to draw like a pen, but I absolutely hate the felt tip eyeliners. I'd always recommend avoiding them if you can. Just take your time with it. I never rush it because otherwise it just goes everywhere. So once we've got to this part where the iris kind of stops, you've got this tiny little in corner here. Now from here we pull it again slightly and then we start from the inside. So make sure your tip is now refilled and be very careful because it may leak into your eye if you're not careful. So I mean, I've had a lot of practice so I know where to start now. Start on the tip very gently and keep going back and forth, and then join it up with the other liner. Blink, see if you're happy with the shape. I'm not happy with that shape, so I'm going to take this out a little bit just to make it a nice curve. I mean, this comes out different for me like every single time. Like my eyeliner is never consistent. So that is essentially one eye. You can see like there's a tiny little flick there, but I'm not going to bother with that because no one else is going to see it. That is honestly the trick. If you're a perfectionist, it will destroy your life. It destroyed my life for a long time. But that is essentially one eye done. Now for the wing, make sure you refill your eyeliner so the tip is completely covered and it's all quite pointy, you know. I know you can't really see it, but okay, this is the tricky part. This is the part that always goes wrong for me, like every single time. So you want to look at where the end of your eyebrow is and then to where the base of your eye is. So pretend there's like a sort of a line there. That's what I try and do. Try and imagine that there's actually a line there and then follow that. So I tend to go for about halfway. About there. Make a little point. Pull out your eye and simply make a straight line which will naturally curve when it gets to your eye. Like that. Now that doesn't look very good, does it? I mean, you've got thin and thick. So I'm just going to pad that out a little bit. So you take that point and build it down very slowly. Now even that flick I absolutely hate. It's too much on the bottom, so we just grab a bit of tissue. We're just going to clean that up with a bit of wet tissue. You can always control how much you take off if you just pull your eye like that. This isn't a 2-minute process, you know. You just have to keep going until you're happy with it. You can see that I've now padded that out, and that is my little flick. Now, the fun part is trying to get the other side completely symmetrical. Guess what never happens? Ever. So just to show you on the other eye, here we go again. So, pull the eye out, start from the edge, come back and forth, bring it in like so. Wait till you get to the iris there and work from the inside out. Bring it out like that. See, I would just say do the same on this side as you did on that side, but because I said work from the eyebrows, no one's eyebrows are exactly symmetrical. So what I like to do is I go by my eyeshadow. Quite a few people can't do this, but if you look here, you can't really see it in the camera, there's always like a sort of distinct mark where the eyeshadow finishes, which is why I don't blend it in very well. You can see there, that's where it finishes, and that's, if I reference the other side, I would say, oh, this is tricky. Sometimes pull that side so you can see where it would be. I'm going to say there. And there we go. So So then we start building up the point a little bit. And these definitely are not symmetrical in pretty much any way. But that's okay, because eyes aren't symmetrical. Just remove any kind of faults or smudges. And then if you had to wipe any of your concealer or foundation off while you were doing this, like I did on this eye numerous times, just a bit under there, from pulling your skin, then you just reapply that. So I hope this was helpful. So there we go. That is the finished look. I wouldn't say it's perfect. I mean, I'm 22, I'm still getting things wrong. Just keep practicing with it, and you will get frustrated. That's part of it. And I don't know. There you go. That's how to make on-point eyeliner, apparently. I don't know. So I hope this was helpful. If it was, then let me know and leave your video suggestions in the comment section below, and I shall see you guys on another video. Bye!